It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Fields going to throw right away. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll be stopped at the 28. On a play that started at the 14, they pick up 14. Fields. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
Now an option play on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Gino now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Smith. This is the tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Throwing again is Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll fake the handoff, now Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Buying time to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 4th down, Fields being chased out left. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Fields going to keep it running right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. On play action, Fields. And he has his tight end. That's Wesco. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Fields trying to throw for it. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did. Let's go, baby.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, it's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Gino. Returning right back to Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Throwing now is Gino. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett, 42 yards. And the Seahawks have regained the lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. It's Fields. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Second down, here's an option right. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They snap it to Fields. Dancing to his left. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to have it here just past. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the former Auburn kicker, Daniel Carlson, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Let's go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Fellas, let's set a tone. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. I got him, I got him.
Smith going to go to the air first play. And his first look is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
He's not going to get me. Mike 50, Mike 50. No chance.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Out to his left. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The end result, 21 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And some room to maneuver. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run again with Bolden. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Carr gonna go on 4th down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Bolden. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Seven yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Carr. Flushed out right. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
93.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down at 17. And right side, they're going to go option here. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. So 2 touchdowns for him on the ground in this first half, and that one a thing of beauty.
And just like his last touchdown run, we saw him be patient. How about his vision where he's able to identify where the opening was? And then how about the escort right down the field all the way to the end zone from his blockers?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now Gino on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Again, Smith. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Walker once more, and he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on third and goal.
Check out.
They hand off to their big tight end. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short.
19 Tiger.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Let's bring it. Check 13.
Going with their tight end on fourth. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half. But they're going to line up for the onside kick. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Check.
Adams, the man in motion right. Throwing on first down is Carr. steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Smith now to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. The 30, 10, 5. A big play there just before halftime. 84 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Come on.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
You go tight. You got tight.
On the ground with a tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Will Dissly with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, this is blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. To throw his Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Second and 12, operating from the 39. To throw, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Hunter Renfro as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Marquise Goodwin in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And now look at him go.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fields it right around the goal line. On the return, here's Hall. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards that time, but a first down on the keeper. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Carr now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now Carr. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to Walker on 1st down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker, 51 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 52, watch 52. 52's the mic. That QB's trapped.
Gino's going to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratched. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20, 10, 5, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 78 yards, and the Raiders have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 37.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
Smith on 1st down. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Check 37, check 37.
Smith. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
To go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 100 now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. He's got room at the 30. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Carr now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 26 yards. And the Raiders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down. Geno out to throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Seahawks 15. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs, and they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
57 to Mike.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Raiders will add to their 4th quarter lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time.
Tyler Lockett, 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 73 yards.
And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey. You got to put that down.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. 247 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Carr going to throw here.
And the pass complete to Waller on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Get up! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Jacobs trying to run on first down, but he's going to be stopped and taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Middle. It's our time. It's our time.
Right to the air is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson now.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Switch, switch, switch. Joker, 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 Joker.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 45 yards.
And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
On first down, Smith. Dancing to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Back to throw, Smith. Completes it to Fant on the right side. Touchdown! Noah Fant, 30 yards.
And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll go again with Dobbins to about the 35, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch twist. Watch.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
These two teams all tied after one. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Report. 57. Mike, 57. Get your swerve on. Mike's 57.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
57 to Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Check 90. Check 99. Tighten up. Kill. Sponge.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check three. Hey. Twist.
To throw is Jackson, forced out to his left.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jamal Adams.
The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now on first down, he's going to sneak it. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. 8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Hey, watch the slant.
From the end zone, Smith. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out right at the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Here we go. Check 31. Kill.
Cowboy 80.
Turn up.
On first down, it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 67 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Will Dissly, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
And that run caps off a 99-yard drive.
Would it be safe to say that that finishing run is an exclamation point on this one?
Big time. I mean, 99-yard drive.
I mean, when you start that, all you're thinking about as an offense is somehow trying to create room for your punter. And if you can get 2 first downs, you've considered the drive a success. I don't know what you call this. All the way down, putting in the end zone. That's pretty spectacular.
Ultimate success. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Quick talk.
Here's Jackson to throw.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he goes out right around the 39. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's go, D. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay
from 3 yards out.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. The Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Now Gino on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Okay, nothing ready. Broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Smith.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Now it's Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy sideline, right?
Sammy sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense ready for the first drive of the 3rd quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Smith.
Well, there's Lockett pulling in a tough grab.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down.
And this a quick slant to Lockett.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
From the red zone now, Smith. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant, a big out of the game.
And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
50, go. Say hi.
I'm coming for you. You mine.
On third down, Jackson. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Get that quarterback.
Hey, report. Report.
D-line, get that quarterback.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Kill.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now is Gino. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Jackson now off the bootleg.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards.
The pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action with Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
Nice 57. 57's right. Hey, watch the slant. Hey, middle. Hey, check.
Here's Jackson.
Don't get nervous.
Open man is Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Hey, report.
Now it's Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tight right. Alert. 3 down. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Watch the pass.
Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. 36 yards.
And the Seahawks have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Real quick, ready?
57's the mic.
Right here. Ready. One shot.
57's the mic. Watch 57. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Looking left, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Seahawks have recovered. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
I'm here all day.
Smith going to throw it.
All day, every day.
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
56. Mike, 56. 56. Night, sweetheart.
They find some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And it's incomplete. Was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over.
So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.